Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Warning, warning, warning. This video contains spoilers. And if you do not want to know, you might want to go. Hey, what is up? Welcome to my channel. It's your favorite short girl, Ashley. And welcome to Makeup and Media. Oh my God, please excuse my hair. I need a haircut. I have already prepped my skin off camera. I used Skin Medica HA5 Hydrating Rejuvenator, something like that. The bomb. Highly recommend it. And it is perfect for, I believe, all skin types. I don't know, I'm not a dermatologist, but I do like it for my skin. I have normal to dry skin just in this area. I love it, and it's perfect. It is the perfect base for my makeup. I don't know about you guys, but I was super hyped for this movie. I'm a huge fan of To All the Boys, the trilogy. I've never read the books, but I did hear the books are good, but I never read them. I've just seen the movies. But I love the movies. My very first time seeing the movie was back in 2018. The first one, of course. Back in 2018, which surprisingly, I don't even know why I was watching that movie. Your girl was going through it. I was heartbroken like a mug. Like, I was so heartbroken. I don't even know why Netflix recommended that movie, because y'all see that. Why would y'all recommend that? Anywho. God dang it. I forgot to shake it up before I started. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't make me just pump it like 30 times. In the beginning, the movie opens up and she's writing a letter. She starts it off saying, "Dear Peter." Dear Peter, guys. And I know it may not seem like it's that important, but oh my God, you guys, I don't know, to me I thought it was super cute because of course the history of her writing letters and them getting out when they're not supposed to, but to know that this letter actually was supposed to go out to Peter, it basically kind of just makes me recap on their love story. Whoever thought to do that, I don't know if it was Jenny Han, I don't know if she's the one that actually wrote this in the books, but whoever's idea was to do that, you know what you was doing, you did that. When she was in Korea, she started to feel a little bit sad because of course her mom is Korean and her mom is no longer with them, and she just started to feel like this is a moment that her mom should have been there with her. So for her mom not to be there while she's enjoying her country and while she's talking to people and people are coming up to her trying to talk to her in Korean, and of course sis don't really understand, so she was a little bit sad about that. You know, thank God I have my parents and I've never had to experience that type of longing for someone to be there for you or for someone to be able to experience those moments in your life with you. So I definitely felt for my girl Laura Jean, and of course her little raggedy sisters. Margot just got on my nerves, so I felt bad for Laura Jean and, and Kitty and her daddy, of course. Just not trying to be a bitch. She just anywho, so we fast forward a little bit and she's stressing out about possibly not getting into Stanford with Peter. They both don't want to be one of those couples that break up due to them going to separate colleges. They don't want to be one of those couples that break up due to distance. So I understand. And of course it's like you have your whole life planned out based on this thing that could possibly happen. It's not even a definite at this point. You could possibly be going to the same school as your boyfriend, and she's planning her whole life out around that. And I can say that we all do that, so I can't even call the girl crazy because we've all done it. We're too old to be doing that now, but we've all done that before. All right, so boom, they're still in Korea and our good sis Kitty meets her boo thing Day. When I saw my little sis Kitty over there trying to run game on Day, I said, I know that's right, Kitty. I know that's right. And then for her to try to speak Korean to him and then he starts speaking English. I'm like, yeah, girl, don't make a fool of yourself. Yes, he speaks fluent English. Sis was ready. Sis is ready to give him all the digits in Korean. But really, Kitty is one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Her comedic timing is always perfect to me. She doesn't seem forced. It doesn't seem like she's acting. She just seems like that little sister that we all have, if you do have a little sister, that's really annoying It gets on your nerves most of the time, but they still have that really soft and sweet side to them. That's Kitty. Fast forward to when they get home, Kitty runs up and she hugs Peter because that is her bestie. That is Kitty's bestie. I adore their relationship. That is the most underrated feeling when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and your family just loves them to death. So I've never had that feeling before, but I want it. You know, it's on my wish list. Then of course Peter and Laura Jean does their little thing where they kiss and blah 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 blah. I missed you. Oh, I missed you too. Whatever. So they do their thing. I know I don't still have eyeliner on my eye. I wash my face. Sitting boot up on the couch watching a movie, and Laura Jean's laying on Peter, and his phone starts to vibrate. Are you crazy like me, or are you normal? I definitely thought the way he flipped that phone around, I thought it was a female. And I said, oh, I know you not, Peter. I know you not. It was his daddy, but still. I just had so many questions about that because I'm just like, Peter, why is your phone flipped over? Who's calling us, babe? Who is that on your phone? It's late. You gonna pick up? You need me to pick up? And then Laura Jean in her sweet innocent voice, who is that, Peter? No, girl, you better pipe up. Who is that, Peter? And then the moment of truth. She didn't get into Stanford. So Peter finds out that they updated their admissions thing or whatever. I think. Am I making that up? I might be making that up. But either way, Peter finds out that she found out whether she was accepted or whether she was denied entrance into Stanford. And of course, in typical Laura Jean fashion, she sends the wrong text message to Peter. The text that was supposed to go to her sister Margot, she sent to Peter by accident, saying, of course, when he asked her, did she get into Stanford? When she did not get into Stanford. The text was not supposed to go to him, but it did. I would like my brows to look like sisters today. Be right back. All right, I'm back. We're not sisters today. We might be cousins. We're related. So the part in the movie that really made me say, what the f***, Regine, was when she was on Instagram looking at the Stanford hashtag, watching other people get accepted into Stanford. Why do we do stuff like that? And specifically women, we do things like that. Why do we want to make ourselves feel even worse than we already do? It's like we tell ourselves, oh my God, how can this get any worse? And then we tell ourselves again, oh, for real? Bet you want to see? So now she's in the house with the poop phase. Like, damn, like I really didn't get into Stanford. No, sis, you did not get into Stanford. And there's no reason to keep watching everyone else be happy about getting in and you did not. So thankfully she did get into UC Berkeley, which is only an hour away from Peter. So it's not too far. They're not super close anymore, but it's not too far. So when they're in New York City, they sneak out to go get some food. Peter is still super excited about them going to Stanford together. And then she drops the bomb on him that she is not going to Stanford. But y'all, what was so sweet is that Peter did not make her feel like it was her fault. He asked her if she was okay. So for him to just be there for her was like just the sweetest thing. So the night after their tour, she goes out to a party with Genevieve and Chris. She meets this NYU student. And again, y'all, it might just be my crazy girl radar or my make something out of nothing radar, which I tend to do a lot. I got a bad vibe from that girl. I got a bad vibe from her. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop and I just knew this girl was like gonna get caught up with Peter or something. It didn't happen, but still, I had my eye on you. But don't play my girl Laura Jean, cause But that night, when Laura Jean was exploring New York, I could just see it in her eyes. Like her soul lit up when she was in the city. And I knew from that point that Laura Jean wanted to go to NYU. She wanted to be in New York City because she felt like that is where she belonged. And I think at that moment is when she realized, how am I gonna break this to Peter? Like, I want to go to NYU. I don't want to go to Stanford. I don't want to go to UC Berkeley. I want to go to NYU. So that was going to be a tough situation in general. Moving right along. So Laura Jean plans out this date with Peter to the bowling alley. Out of everyone that Peter could have seen at the bowling alley that night, his father happened to be there, and I use that term loosely. And of course his dad came up. He wants to reconcile, but Peter is very hesitant. At this point, I don't know if it's just because he just didn't want to reconcile or he just didn't want to open himself up to be hurt. And if you keep it the way it is, at least you know the hurt that you've already endured and you can kind of get past that. But to open yourself up to possibly get hurt again is scary. And it doesn't feel good to feel like you've been thrown away, especially by someone who brought you into this world. So now they're at prom, and I just knew my girl was gonna get late. Okay, I just knew Laura Jean was gonna get late. But when Peter goes up to her room and then Laura Jean starts to be very like forward with him in her sexuality, it was just very uncomfortable, and I could tell that it wasn't coming from a place of her really wanting to take it to that next level with Peter. It's just because she wanted to feel closer to him, and it really was sad. And even just Peter saying like, hey, like, wait a minute, slow down, like, are you sure this is what you want? And for him to basically stop, and it was just like, no. But then he breaks up with her that night on her prom night. Like, Peter, y'all men really have perfect timing. Her prom night though, Peter, her prom night, why would you do that? I feel like he made that decision because of his past with his father. To protect himself from the possible feelings, he had to hurt her. However, I do not like how Peter made it seem like Laura Jean was choosing NYU over him. It's not about you. She went to New York, she fell in love with New York, and that was it. After Peter breaks up with Laura Jean, he decides to meet up with his dad for breakfast. And I know for him to even be in that space to want to reconcile with his dad, that took a lot. And I can't imagine the turmoil that type of burden brings on someone, to know that his dad has a whole nother family and chose to just not be in his life. For him to even be in that space to want to accept, to even acknowledge his dad wanting to reconcile, I know it took a lot from him. So at this point, Peter still has her yearbook. And since they're broken up, I thought they were just gonna get them back to each other and, you know, and be done with it. After the wedding, Kitty, doing what Kitty does best, meddling in other people's lives, she calls Peter over to the house, unbeknownst to Laura Jean. She walks in the tent where her dad and Trina got married, and she sees her yearbook on the stand. At this point, guys, I'm already like, what's about to happen? So she's reading his message in the yearbook, and oh my God, it is a contract, a freaking contract for them to be together. And oh, my heart just melted. You know, for Laura Jean, she written that contract for him in the first movie about the things they can and cannot do or whatever. And the contract was for them to love each other always and forever. Guys, oh, I just love them so much. All right, guys, here is the final look. I went and tried to slick my hair down. It's just not happening today. My edges do not cooperate when I do not have a haircut. It just gets way too thick right here. But this is what you have. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the series. I wish I would have read the books just so I would have had a little bit of background, but nonetheless, it was a great series. I cannot wait to see what else she's gonna put out. Yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed Makeup Media with me. Please, please, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your alerts so you know when I post a new video. Like it and leave comments. Tell all your friends, tell your girlfriends, tell your boyfriends, tell your mamas, tell your daddies, tell your aunties, tell your sisters, your co-workers. Don't tell them because they be snitching. But yeah, thank you for stopping by to Makeup and Media.